Happy New Year! So, we got a lot of interesting feedback on our Smash Brothers and Amiibo episodes over the holidays, with many suggesting that the high prevalence of classic and/or obscure characters may have come at the expense of other, more popular, more recently known characters who would be more likely to be included. In response to these concerns, we at the Game OverThinker have scoured gaming news sites, sales charts, and the most up-to-date social media feeds in order to compile a supplemental list of Smash Brothers recommendations culled from only the most popular modern gaming trends and modern popular culture in order to assuage your fears and prove that once and for all, I am not 100% out of touch with modern gaming. And here they are. You see, right there, you're right, I completely forgot to include Shovel Knight. Bentley Bear, yeah, alright, cool, glad to see some Crystal Castles love. Good job, Internet. Emmett, from the Lego Movie. Sure, yeah, I love that movie. Who didn't love that movie? And he'd have so many moves. Grown-up Charlie Brown. Yeah, sure, I mean, I guess I haven't been keeping up with Peanuts continuity as well as I thought I had, but sure, yeah, bring them along. I don't know, guys, don't we already have enough characters from Fire Emblem? Yeah, I used to want characters from Skyrim to be in Smash Brothers, but then I took an arrow to the knee. For real? Of all time, who says? Seriously, that's still a thing? Alright. All joking aside, yes, it's true. As time progresses and the lifespan of the video game medium grows ever longer, the knowledge gulf between first-generation gamers like myself and subsequent generations is only going to increase. It's something of a mathematical certainty. And while it may be surprising or even disconcerting to people my age that a reference to Master Higgins or Kickle Cubicle or Solomon's Key or Mighty Bomb Jack don't carry the same cultural cachet they used to, it's not exactly the end of my world. I was there, I already know that good things were good, and while official historical preservation efforts for this medium have been shamefully slow to get moving, I'm confident that gaming as I remember it will largely remain within my reach going forward. If I find myself really jonesing to play Satan's Hollow or Saberwolf or the arcade version of Willow or whatever, I pretty much can. So when it comes to the fading of our shared gaming history, I honestly think the people who are most negatively affected are the people too young to remember it. For real. Think about how short the industry's memory is even over the last 2 generations, and how fostering that kind of historical blindness in a consumer base benefits laziness and low effort on the corporate side. Hell, back in my day... Yes, I really did just say back in my day. Look, it happens. You might as well own it. The minimum we expected out of a sequel was a whole new set of levels and at least 8 new robot masters, and that was considered a somewhat samey long-term design philosophy. It was actually more common to see sequels and follow-ups expand in scope exponentially between installments, or even to innovate so much that a sequel might take the form of an entirely different genre, whereas today, we've gone from accepting that series that barely change year to year to HD re-releases, to HD again but now slightly higher resolution re-releases, to fuck it, just buy it again because we got rid of backwards compatibility because screw you re-releases, to who the hell knows what's next. How do you demand innovation when your view of history has been so deliberately limited that you lack a functioning sense of what's already been done? What's to prevent increasingly risk-averse publishers from farming off old ideas and counting on you not to know the difference? Now, this isn't to say that gamers who started in the N64 era, or the PlayStation era, or the Xbox era, or you get the idea, need to steep themselves in the deepest pools of retro gaming ephemera in order to truly appreciate the medium. It's not necessarily going to drastically improve your life to have read every back issue of EGM, or watch all 34 episodes of Captain N, or know what the hell I'm talking about if I drop a reference to Johnny Arcade, or Murloc, or Herman Smirch. Or will it? But I do firmly believe that even a cursory familiarity with gaming history, which, after all, if you're a gamer, is your history, can not only enrich your concept of the medium, but can also make it harder for the shiftless corner cutters who run modern gaming to take advantage of you as a consumer. If you have a solid grasp of the foundations and prior evolutions of your hobby of choice, and even better, have taken the initiative and experienced it for yourself where possible, you're much less likely to unwittingly fall for an old idea wearing a new hat. Which is not to say that there's always something wrong with new games not being wholly original creations, but a more skeptical skeptical and informed consumer base that turns up its nose at a lack of innovation here and there is as good a way as any to keep the industry honest, or at least on its toes, especially when it comes to refuting the industry when it lies about how it isn't making sufficient progress in this or that area. Hey, cut us some slack. It's not like gaming ever had strong female characters before. Whoa, hey, inclusivity's gonna take some time. It's not like this medium ever had much diversity. Or when the games industry starts in with voice control. Who says we're out of ideas? You can say, me. I say that. I'm saying that right now. VR headsets are the wave of the future. Better get on board. I actually have several questions about this. Just imagine if a game could affect you emotionally. I don't have to imagine it. An epic adventure in a fresh and exciting new environment. I'm listening. A tropical island paradise. Okay. A sprawling frozen wasteland. Try a little harder. A mysterious lost civilization. Way ahead of you. Ancient Egypt. Are you even trying? Ninjas? Okay, so some of that might be a little exaggerated, but I think you get the point. Yes, game critics and journalists and whatever the hell it is I do here could all stand to keep more directly abreast of what each new generation embraces and cares about in a rapidly evolving medium like this. But it's also equally important for each new generation to not dismiss what came before just because not every developer or franchise or even character has been kept in constant rotation up to whenever you first got here. You can't really know where you're going without also knowing where you've been. Otherwise, how can you know you're moving forward instead of just making circles? History has a lot to teach us. That's what it's there for. Yeah, even this. Probably.